I've never heard of...
I completely butchered the name of an actor just before this.
J.K. Simmons, was it?
J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons.
Is his actual name John?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
I just remembered it starts with a J.
John Simmons.
Along the lines of John
yeah.
Halo and John Dark Souls.
Oh yeah,
Jonathan Kimball Simmons. No, that.
Oh, so it's kind of correct. So I was correct.
Yeah.
In any case,
I mean, in the worst possible way, but you were correct.
Yes. There's also that I'm just remembering a line from the Star Trek actor. Now his name I have forgotten because I'm an idiot. That was in Red Alert 3.
George Takei.
George Takei, yeah.
George Takei.
You are made of stupid.
Real quick, I just want to say, just because we are, I hit the button. I just want to clarify the people who are watching.
Yeah.
We're waiting a few moments for both Magus to get home and for Liv to get back. So we're just going to be opening up with a little bit of chat for a few minutes. We've been talking about some Red Alert. Anyways, I just want to say that for the people who just got here.
Also, since we're talking about Command & Conquer, Command & Conquer has had some bonkers mods over the years. Like, some just straight up look like they might be a completely new game on the same engine. Like, that's how nice they look.
May I elucidate on two of them?
Of course. I know which one.
Whatever. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Sprig?
I was just gonna say, StarCraft is also very similar in that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Dota came from StarCraft.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm very familiar with
Dota came from Warcraft.
Rather, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I think there was a Dota.
It's worth pointing out. I would say that, like, if you have any interest in the modding world, the first one that I'm going to mention is something that's at least worth looking at, if only because I have never seen a mod with this level of support and overhaul to the point that it practically is a staple in real-time strategy tournaments. It's a mod called Mental Omega. It came out, I want to say, about 10 years ago, back when Red Alert 2 was still, like, really popular. What they did was they added not just a full campaign with full voice acting and cutscenes, but they also added... They also added... Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I got caught off guard. Every time I see like a cutscene, like an in-game cutscene from that game, I don't think I ever hear voice acting. I just see the text.
They're working on the voice acting right now. Like, they're still adding up things to this game.
I know for a fact
but they also added.
Sorry.
They're also adding like complete new units. They've added new sides. Like, they've added, like, I want to say 16 sides to it, and like the game looks nothing like what it was originally based on. Even though it still like emulates a lot of what people liked about that game.
Hip up pieces. The situation.
The other one that I always like get attached to, less because like it's a balanced and stable experience, but more because just I really love what they came up with as stupid ideas, was Red Alert 3 Red Cocaine.
Oh, what?
I want you to think of any stupid idea that you could possibly think of.
I got plenty of those.
And just imagine that they slap it into that game just because it was someone said, you know what? If we can launch bears out of catapults as a basic game feature of this, let's take that to its logical conclusion.
That sounds fantastic.
I just looked it up, and it's like the first result is flying Shogun battleships.
Yep. Well,
Sure.
One of my favorites in that is that the guy who created the modded himself as a unit in the game, and when you click on him, he says, "Tell your mom to add me on Facebook already, cheese."
Okay.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Also,
So-
I did want to add that, like, to my complete shock, but also kind of not, is the fact that Mental Omega just is also working on adding actual 3D cutscenes and the like. Because I
Yep.
decided on a whim to like just check out their channel or whatever, and it's like there they are, like that's straight up like a cutscene, and they're looking for people. Now I would have applied to help them out on that
It is
immediately
voluntary,
if I wasn't busy
Mhm.
with something
Everything.
similar. Yeah. Yes, and everything apparently.
Um,
Um,
I want to bring us into talking about tabletop stuff, if people are amicable to it.
Uh-huh. Oh, Kitty, what are you doing? Oh,
I am not against it. Just like every time I come on here, and Sprig is one of the few people I know that actually does strategy game stuff. So I'm more always inclined to lean in that direction first.
oh,
Fair.
what are you doing?
Spig's pretty cool.
No, you.
Ah!
Before we dive too deep into other things, I wanted to share one thing for you guys because I am having a hard time coming to terms with it.
No.
So a couple of months ago, I mentioned that I lost my hard drives. They got
Yes.
purged in a repair,
Yeah.
and there was no hope for me getting them back. I ended up finding one very, very slim thread of hope that I've been holding on to for a while. I had the original hard drives backed up on different drives that I had switched out for solid states in October, or last October. I just got the hard drives recovered and brought to my house like 2 days ago. It's taken that long to recover everything from it. But now that I've finally gotten it, I'm looking through all the files, and I'm kind of baffled. Because the things that I'm finding are, as is tradition of broken files and stuff that you struggle to look through. A lot of these files are things like video game footage and asset packs from RPG Maker and lines of dialogue from point-and-click adventure games and stuff like that. But there's also stuff that I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even remember this getting onto my computer at any point. I'm still struggling to find my scripts for my writing, but I have found the entire feature-length movie DuckTales the Movie, which I have no recollection of ever getting my hands on in digital format. It was just living on my hard drive somewhere in AVI format. But
Okay,
the bit that confused me. Sorry, go ahead.
When are we going to watch DuckTales the movie?
The bit that really
Yeah, let's
confused
go.
me though was the bit that confused me was at one point I find like a list of like hundreds, and I mean literal hundreds of WAV files that have like no rhyme or reason for its labeling. It's just a bunch of numbers. I click on one and
yeah.
I hear this very gritty voice say Streisand, and then he says a line of dialogue and then Streisand. And like every time he would say like a completely different line, he would intersperse it with saying just Streisand.
That's
And then
actually
it occurred to me,
really strange.
Okay.
it is audio from the Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon remake of a point-and-click adventure game of the same name.
Huh.
Wherein to intersperse between the lines of dialogue to be like their splice
Buffer.
or their slate or whatever, he would say Streisand.
That's hilarious. Wow.
I
That
don't.
makes perfect sense to me. I understand this completely.
I really want to play that game, but I want to play so many things, but I have to try and work and
Yeah.
stuff.
I use a dog clicker because it creates a real clean spike in the audio on for when I'm editing it. It's like, yep, that's exactly where that mark is.
I mean, I just clap.
So this thing is cathartic about using a clicker, though. I don't know what it is.
I guess.
There's a small chance that I'm a puppy. I don't know.
There's a small chance that you're a puppy.
So,
Can't talk right now. Doing hot girl shit is having mental breakdown. I'm sorry, like that one just stood out too much to me.
so last episode, we literally spent the entire time with the realization that you guys had enough pieces of the puzzle of this world's history that you could put together a coherent semblance of it. And
oh no, I forgot to do art of it like I wanted to. Fuck.
all good. So the
You've got
entirety of
enough
last
things to
session,
worry about.
yeah, for real.
Mm.
So the entirety of last session was unraveling the grand mystery, if you will, or if you won't. We're doing it anyway, so if you won't, too bad. And I just want to say, one of the funniest things that came of that. Hold on, I have to go find it.
Is it
No,
just
I
the
think it's
image of? Is it just the image of Rudalak doing the conspiracy boards shit?
Oh yeah, I should put that on screen. Yeah. So, Polearm Guy is watching it afterwards because they weren't there for the actual session, and they just messaged me, quote, "Want to end it here for the day? Magus, I just want to finish this thought. Remaining time 55 minutes." It's like, yeah, that's about the good summary of it.
Look, man, you peppered enough information for months. Dare I say a year. I needed to get to the bottom of it.
It was honestly a go off king for him episode.
Oh, 100%. And like, unironically, the original intent was that you guys would have been figuring it out along the way, because, you know, I had done all the this writing stuff. But like, this just kind of all came crashing in at once. Like, you know what? You know, this is also great. I love this.
I just wanted a supercut of like the music from Puzzle Agent and LA Noire in the back of it. And then like the last 15 minutes of that whole thing, just the turnabout theme from Phoenix Wright, and that would be a good vibe of what was going on for that whole session.
For some reason, Puzzle Agent, I only know it through Ross's game dungeon. The entire mood of that guy's art style in that game just like screams very basically neurotic. And it's the perfect comparison. Now granted, when weird shit is happening, it's the neurotic feeling is kind of and paranoid feeling is kind of appropriate.
If you want to like a one sentence endorsement of Puzzle Agent, it's what if Professor Layton's Curious Village took place in Fargo?
I definitely understood that sentence.
I'm not sure how
That's
much
fair.
I understood. I'm
Fargo
not sure how
is
much-
a murder mystery about people getting hacked apart in North Dakota. It is the only thing that North Dakota is known for.
Except this one has gnomes.
I didn't want to bring up the gnomes.
Fargo's really, really good. You should watch Fargo.
You see it as a movie.
Yes.
Oh.
Fargo
This is
I
this is
thought
a
it was a
near
show.
insurmountable barrier.
There are also Fargo, the TV show.
Okay,
That
you
does
see
not
that?
help.
Yeah. I was gonna say a movie is movie is more preferable than a TV show.
Now, I understand that you don't want
I
to watch
wouldn't say
this.
that, but
I understand that you don't want to watch this 2.5 hour movie. So here's a television series that's even longer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
that's
like-
You say.
The thing.
Like I can deal. Like I.
I live.
Hi.
Hey, Liv.
I live.
Hey, Liv.
I usually actually find TV series are easier to watch because, like, I can finish a thing and then put it down.
Really?
Movies, it's hard because it's like, this
One
is
sitting.
a 2-hour commitment for this, like, resolution. So you
I
must sit
see.
for 2 hours and watch until nothing happens for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm in the same boat on that one. I've watched the TV series back and forward like 100 billion times because I know that like I can consume it in like 30-minute, maybe 40-minute at a stretch intervals, and then put it down. Versus a movie, like I still have not watched the new Spider-Man movies, and I love Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But I've not seen those movies yet because I just don't have I don't have those 2 hours. If they literally just stopped doing movies and just started doing TV shows, I would be infinitely better. Like when Obi-Wan, the Star Wars thing, was revealed, like, oh yeah, we're not doing a movie anymore, we're doing a show. I let out a sigh of relief.
Can I just want to. Can I give you one complete non-spoiler about these Spider-Man movies?
Okay.
Just to warn you, the last one does end on a cliffhanger. So if that's the kind of thing that bothers you, you might want to wait for the next one to come out before you watch it.
First one you can watch on its own though.
Yeah, absolutely. Mhm.
It's pretty succinct.
They're all on like Disney Plus anyway. So, yeah. I'm
I know
here.
some people
Hi,
have
I had mental health happen. I'm here though.
Hi.
It's okay.
That's the Spider-Verse ones, right?
Yeah.
That were
Oh no,
referred to.
I have seen those. Those ones I didn't have as much of an issue with those ones, but I think that's because the way they're paced, there's actually like built-in stopping points in them.
Also, the way they're animated is very much a jangling keys
Incredibly
therapy for a lot of people, myself
I
included.
feel like that's a little bit unfair. Like,
No.
I don't know.
Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that as a negative. I'm saying that there is always something interesting going on that
Oh,
screen.
okay.
Yeah.
It really is. Man,
It is.
I'm so impressed with those movies.
Visually phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It-
be honest.
it-
I kind of wish that they didn't make movies anymore. I just wish they would just do like TV shows. I'm gonna be honest.
No, they're going in that direction.
Liv, I wish they would just stop making media in general for a year. Just please give us
I mean,
time.
Dictator over here, like, can we just stop for like a minute?
I'm gonna. Yeah,
Just
I mean,
all
that's true,
media,
like,
all literature, just cease.
No more
I
culture. Let's
really-
take a breather.
I mean, it's not even
Too
like,
much
like
culture to
media
catch
in
up
general.
on.
It's just like we've kind of hit a point now where like we need to have like bigger and better movies coming out every single year. Like
That's-
yeah, it is
Infinite
that's-
growth, hooray!
Like that's my problem. It's like listen, it's
Oh,
not like I want
I-
to be every-
I still can't load the map. Well, all right, yeah, doing that again. I'm just gonna watch Sprig stream.
It's not that I like have anything against it or whatever, but it's like we do just have like too much, and it's like I'm sorry, but it's like I do want to have some time to rewatch some of the old stuff, please.
Well, you're not
Like-
under any obligation to watch new stuff. It sometimes
Oh,
feels
I
that
know-
way,
oh, I know.
but like,
Oh, I know, but it's like it's not just that. It's like I have like games that I want to play, and it's like that I've had sitting there, and it's like, oh, then a new thing comes out, and it's like, oh, because it's multiplayer based, it's like, well, I gotta try and do this, because I do like how it looks. I want to play it,
I
but
wanna
if I don't
complete-
do it now, there might not be players later because it takes me forever to get around to stuff.
I want to
I-
conclude this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I kind of miss like 2007, 2008 when like a game came out and it's like, right, this is gonna be my game for the next 3 years, like 4 years, like, and that was normal.
I think I kind of miss that too, because it's like I just straight up like want there to be like a bit more of a breather. Now as I've been looking into older games, it's like, and you see which games came out in which years, and I just kind of get overwhelmed because it's like, how have I not fucking heard of this? Because it's like, even back then, how do we have so many video games and animated cartoon stuff when apparently it's all meant to be difficult to make and expensive? How?
Yeah.
How do we have all this?
I want
Better
to conclude
tools.
this thought because we're
Please.
kind of getting too deep into the weeds
Oh,
of this
yeah.
one. The thing that I would conclude about this is just there is an inverse thing going on from some of us where I just came back from vacation to see my father, who has been watching he has been subscribed to all of the streaming services, and he has watched all of it. Absolutely all of it. And I don't know how. The only thing he hasn't watched on all those streaming platforms are the cartoons, which is unfortunate because that's the thing that I have the most experience with.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is unfortunate. That would actually drive me a little bit crazy if I heard that.
Tell me about it.
Alright, so
We
let's.
have a game to do.
Yes.
Right.
Hi. How's it going?
Do we really?
Hello.
I hope so.
I mean, I both do, but I both hope so, but also I kind of don't.
So
I would
I
like-
also
I would
have.
like to play Pathfinder.
Cool. So just for the record, I do have. I don't know how far we'll get with things today, or what direction players want to go, but I do have 2 new maps. Hopefully, at least one of which will load for Liv, and maybe the other will load for Sprig.
Yeah.
Yay!
But all the maps load on my screen, and I use the same tools to make them that, like, the other maps that work fine use. So I don't know.
didn't. Oh yeah, I think one of them didn't load for me last time.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Tabletop
After-
Simulator is obnoxiously weird.
after a campaign, if we do move into another campaign, we'll probably find a new platform. But I don't want to change horses, midstream, as the saying goes, which is actually quite a apt saying now that I actually think about it. Hello. Okay.
Platform?
Oh,
Like, not tabletop?
Yeah, as opposed to Tabletop Simulator, because it's been a bit unruly for several of the participants.
Okay.
We'll figure it out later, but
Alright.
I will say hi. The quick summary, which is not, is that you have. I'm just going to read your questions and answers because that's honestly, I think, the most succinct way to go through it. There was someone who doing experiments on what appear to be Proto-Gripply. It was determined to be the royal stable master who married into the royal family, the youngest of the good king, Sidisi. The purpose of the experiments, we have listed here. The life experiment might have been a terraforming project, or an immortality project, or potentially a means to thwart a disease like the ones the kobolds do. Is the year 985 before or after year 1? And if before, what event occurred that required a reset of the calendar? The logs are chronological, and it is the dawn of a new era between 985 and 1, and we do not know what constitutes a new era. Addendum, the Great Procession, something that you've seen only alluded to, divided the eras. With open questions of, how does this relate to the influx of Tibium? And do the Gripply have a method for death or burial? Something that you've never actually talked to them about or looked into.
It's like running into the friendly cartoonish characters, and it's like you never really question life cycles with them. They just kind of are.
With notes that the previous kingdom was of a Gith lineage, something that you discovered mostly from the skeletons, because there are countless Gith skeletons beneath the soil that are the common fodder for necromancers of the region. Information of that the good king was backstabbed one rainy night by Jesoic, who is one of the king's sons, who believed that the king was stagnating the kingdom. You learn that the Khan are effectively like a proto Kenku. They were and they were kept as pets that the Gith had, similar to the Gripply. And Tabletop was hired to flood the research den before their findings were revealed, which is a phrase that you know despite not knowing what it means. The general timeline of 895 being the stable master experimenting on the Gripply. 985, the old king dies. The new king, known as the good king, takes an interest in the Gripply experiment. The Great Procession was the time of dramatic upheaval. The stable master fell in love with Sidisi. Ratal, the second son, was a well-known bard in the kingdom. And sometime between 1 and 30 is when the Tabletop event occurred. Flowing from that, we... Sorry.
While you're doing this, I want to check something. Keep going.
Sure. With the questions in the last sections to be, who died in the well, what secret were they keeping? Where is the well, which seems to be which you seem to surmise is somewhere in Callus, without having what that means. Why was the well separate from the mycelium? And with the answer that the stable master moved to the castle from the mycelium to Callus. What was the intended function of the Greater Wish? And you have do you discern that is a backup to the Gripply gems, which are effectively lesser wishes that the Gripply simply have access to? And what is the relationship between the Gith Kingdom, the Gripply, and the Kenku? All of this is what you've done in the past week while Tanaka was recovering. Tanaka is the boy that you saved, which honestly was kind of supposed to be a scripted death, but like I'm gonna go with the dice and the player's innovation and brilliance. You guys absolutely saved him fair and square, and yeah, that is awesome. So in this past week, this has been going on. So my question is, and I know that Sprig is going to have a discourse with this. What else happened over the course of the past week in game, in addition to poring over notes and documents and thesis works?
Just so you folks know, all the notes that I have described, was just described, that is about 6 pages of notes.
Yep.
To piece this all together.
And again, I was expecting this to be done piece by piece throughout the campaign, but like with little epiphany moments going, oh, which you did have. To be fair, you did have those epiphany moments.
We were just like, Lord Dump.
Hey, that was kind of awesome. Like that was actually incredible in my book.
I mean, it was, but I am just summing it up.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what have you done over the past week before we catch back up to present? What else were your characters doing during the day? Because I believe that, Rodolak is probably the only character that was poring over it night and day. And maybe not even.
I like... Thankful.
Cece's had a project she's had on the go since we first arrived here, because it was like basically the whole reason she came here in the first place. Because Cece's very much an engineer. She makes machines to solve problems. Her spider bots were a prototype that she was using to get funding and like secure material resources and such. Now finally, she's gotten to build the real deal. Well, something along the lines of the real deal, which has been adjusted a bit from her original design and concessions made based on what materials were available. And has constructed a much larger bot. A sort of construction bot, if you will, which is basically a giant mechanical crab.
I'm sorry, it's just the way that you described it is like she made a bot. Ooh, but bigger. Ah,
Ooh.
that's how it played out in my head.
All will return to crab in the end.
Yep.
So
Now,
I
question
have,
is-
Actually a joke.
Now,
that
I have
was
a
actually
question.
a joke that I had made, like, for myself when I was designing it.
Okay, here's a theoretical question. Did you let Flicker help?
I feel like she probably got Flicker's help in some steps of the construction.
Okay. I would have also accepted a no, and I would not have been, and I would have not blamed you.
No, fair.
Yeah, that's fabrication, not assembly or design.
That's fair.
Something that would be
Understandable.
really something that would be funny. It's like I'm just imagining CC is trying her damnedest to make it a spider and keep the theme up, and it just keeps coming out as a crab because it's the perfected version.
Dang it!
Maybe-
Crap again.
Or maybe it's just crab because Flicker was involved. Somehow ended up
no.
with crab.
I'm talking about carcinization. Like CC brought
Yeah.
up the fact that
Yeah.
this is a perfected version, or not perfected, like an improved
That
version
was
of the spider
exactly the
bots.
joke with
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah, I know. Everything like turns to crab eventually.
Yeah,
Ascends
so I'm
to
just
crab.
imagining this like, all right, time to make a spider. Fuck, it's a crab again.
So I have several questions about this. What materials is it made out of? Because you do have access to more materials than you have in the past.
What's a fairly
It's-
common material in the area?
It's primarily
Rock.
steel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Primarily-
primarily a primarily steel manufacturer. The legs, though, I imagined are like a steel foot on basically a log, and then
Okay.
the timber that the legs are made from can just be replaced. So it's the final section of the leg, like the shin bone, so to speak, is made from timber because it's cheaper than using steel. It handles the stress, and it's extremely replaceable.
Yes. You do have. Oops. You do have access to simple tibium right now. Have you used any of that in the process? Because you have the forge able to reach blast furnace temperatures, and you know that some simple tibium construction has been done. Because, well, Bragg, you saw it. So, question is, have you used tibium in the process?
Not for the crab bot. The big thinking is that Cece has not yet done like material tests with tibium, so she doesn't know all of its properties yet. So she doesn't feel comfortable using it in the complex machinery that makes up the large bot. I feel like she's probably been tinkering with it when she gets the time and might have gotten like a sheet of tibium made, which she could then cut down into gears and make like essentially something along the lines of a watch. That's
In
not
terms-
finished, but that's something that she's started on.
In terms of manufacturing, consider tibium to be basically titanium for all intents and purposes, or like a hardened aluminium sort of thing. Like, just sort of in that range of a durable, lightweight material.
Like a titanium or aircraft aluminum.
Yeah, exactly. So there is some organic components in the legs, you say, as wooden logs.
Yep.
And is there any other special features? Like, did you have a wheelchair dock in it or such?
There is a like driver's compartment, quote unquote. So like the picture that I put in the Discord, you can see the driver's cage on the side. So it's like the top part. Basically, there's the crabble legs on the bottom, and then there's the gimbal turret top, which has the like timber grabber claws and a like driver's cage, which of course was constructed so that she can use it. For another person, it would have for people outside of her situation, you would be standing in the driver's cage and like belt yourself to the back wall. While for herself, she would sit there and then the belt would secure herself to her chair.
Now, just for everyone's understanding, this is Sprig's next level ability. You'll be leveling up after today's session. We discussed it, and since this was something that would have to be made in town, I wanted her to have it now in case we weren't not in town at the end of this session, which is going to be pretty likely. So, in case people want to know, you know, why does Sprig have a giant crab? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the next level up. She gets the large automaton bonus thing. So that's what this is.
I keep forgetting to check my stuff.
I love this
What level are we right now? I don't remember.
We were on 6.
We're on 6. Oh, then mine.
Oh yeah, actually, Flicker helping you out with that stuff would making that thing make sense because we do have cooperative crafting now.
Also true.
Me and Sprig.
Yep.
So, you two were working on that for most of the week, yes?
Yep.
Completely understandable. Soba, what would you have been up to? You saved a boy's life.
I don't know. Can you come back to me, please?
Absolutely. Rodolak.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
What else would you have done over the course of this past week, or would you have just been nose deep in you know?
I'm 90% sure that this would have consumed Rodolak.
Fair.
You know, I kind of wanted to suggest that since I didn't do as much on the crab in-depth stuff. I found the time to like make you like a coffee pouring machine or something.
I'll be perfectly honest. I feel like I should probably roll like some kind of Constitution because I'm confident he didn't sleep.
But by all means, go for it. Also, GD, you made a ye old Keurig.
Oh.
Ye old
Keurig. Oh yeah. Do you want me to roll to see how? You want me to roll to see if it exploded on him?
Roll to see if something funny happens.
Yeah. Oh, something funny happened.
Whoa.
Well, okay.
Hello?
I mean, is that just the roll, or do we count my crafting in with that?
You rolled a 3. Something funny happened.
Okay.
Whoa.
You good?
My audio interface just crapped out for a second.
Oh.
That's
we can hear you fine.
Yeah, for a minute I couldn't hear anything.
So do you want to come up with the funny thing that happened, or?
I'll say you go for it.
Let's see here. Since it's a 3, what's the worst case scenario that Flicker could possibly inflict with a coffee machine? Actually, no. Let's put it to multiple smaller scenarios. The first scenario earlier in the week, it somehow spit the coffee in his face. The second one.
Well, good thing is I'm awake now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second one was it somehow exploded the cup I don't know how it met. Actually, no, it shot the pressure in the machine shot through the cup.
And the table.
Can I pause that one? Can I pause that one? Just because
Sure. Everything's possible with a flicker device.
So y'all remember the hot coffee lawsuit? Not the McDonald's one, not the GTA one.
Yeah.
Where it was coffee so hot it fused skin together. So the final thing that you got the pressure and everything right, but the heating element was using fire crystals, and you maybe used fire crystals that are a little bit too hot, and it melted a hole through the cup, the table, and the floor below it. You're on the second floor.
Yeah, you know what? I was too lenient on the level of gag I was supposed to do. Although finally, mercifully, this one happened whilst Rodolak wasn't near it. It exploded randomly. He didn't even use it. It just exploded.
By the time it went through the table and the floor and went through the next room, it had cooled down a bit and it landed in Merx's cup, and he loved it.
I'm just feeling compelled to point out that, like, in exchange for Rodolak dedicating his entire life and my previous session into uncovering the mysteries of all of that, no deed goes unpunished here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to roll a fortitude save to see how well this is going to be going, because if I roll poorly, I'm going to be rolling tired Rodolak brain for this for the rest of this session.
Honestly, you should have known better than to accept something from Flickr without having Sprig check it. I mean, CC check it. Sorry.
All right, here we go, everybody. Fingers crossed that my luck with my dice rolling does not stay exactly the same.
Oh boy. Well,
all right.
I believe.
I mean, I already did.
Right
I already
Here we
did the
go.
bad roll. I got the bad roll out of the way. You're gonna be good.
You know, you say that.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Hey!
See, sometimes you just gotta
26.
get the bad. Sometimes you just gotta get the bad juju out. That's it.
See, the trick is that you stay awake for 36 hours and then go to bed at your normal time, and then you just get back on your sleep schedule with that 8 hours. It's fine. I've done it many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
used to do it twice a week, and my sleep schedule is good. It's very good.
Yeah. That's my 24-hour stream strategy.
Well, but you see, Rolak, Flicker's unintended assassination attempt all makes you stronger.
What doesn't kill you?
I love the idea of Flicker just being this unintended assassin. Like he does things to help you. You should not have accepted it under any circumstance. It's like a deal with the devil, except he doesn't know that he's the devil.
To deal with acne.
Did you just say acne?
Acme.
Acme.
Oh, acme, yeah. Deal with acme.
I put a
How
couple
do
of
they
pictures
say?
in the Discord, by the way, for the just because
Oh.
the mental image for me was a big copper espresso machine.
Oh, you know what? That looks about right. Also, how does Acme stay in business? Do they literally just have like one? Do they literally just have one customer?
You know, fun fact. While Acme versus Coyote was going to explain that before it got canceled, but let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on before I get
Trust
into
me,
another tangent.
I have enough to yell about the industry today. That's my entire street.
Sisyphus.
Legends of Mana.
Legends of Mana. Wait, I think I've heard of that today.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you about that
Okay.
later because I'm mad
yeah,
anyways.
Fair.
Pole arms. Cass.
Yes. Hi. Yes. Hello.
What have you been doing past week in game? You missed that last session, so you kind of whatever. Yeah, you can formulate that however you want. You can either be there or have done something.
I have been helping out at the docks, and I've
Oh.
been very, very occupied with that.
Okay.
I'm worried about the goblins. I want to make sure they're not getting mistreated.
Fair. Actually, you would have had enough time to go out to the goblin village that was recently established north of town, if you were interested.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you have any questions about it, you can feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll simply state that it is a small, developing village where the goblins are mostly trying to learn how to function as a society that doesn't use slave labor, and are succeeding, for the record.
Not an easy
Yeah.
task. So
But yeah, if you want any,
It's the equivalent of learning to cook for yourself the first time.
yeah, kinda, honestly. But like they have the general way the Goblin Society has been laid out is they had a master of each craft and skill, and then that master taught servants, and then the servants did the bulk of it. So they only have like 1 or 2 people on each thing that can really handle it well. So all of a sudden the division of labor becomes a problem for them, rather than not knowing what to do. It's how do we orchestrate this at scale anymore.
mm-hmm. No, I don't have that many questions for them specifically. I'm just making sure they're well treated.
Fair. And lastly, Liv.
Yes. Hi. What happened last time?
You saved a boy who got hit by a ghost shot wand, or staff actually, but you got your horn foot came in full and proper form.
Okay.
And you gained a blessing and a new skill, if I recall correctly, that I informed you about.
Yeah, I remember what that skill does. Don't remember what it does.
I'm trying to pull it up right now. It keys off of strength. It's but like the strength. It's a strength of spirit rather than a physical strength. And it is called Pukka simply because I can't use the word true soul anymore because of Baldur's Gate. Because someone had to go and use the term I was going to... Anyways. And... downside being that you feel discomfort when touching metal, especially hard iron, cold iron.
Okay.
If you are holding onto it by choice, you have disadvantage. Just not because it burns like physical damage. It's just a repulsion. You do feel more connected to the place, though. You feel grounded in a sense to this world that you've come to love as much as your own, as much as your past.
All right. So, okay. Oh, I remember now. So something that Soba will be trying to do now. What she realizes that she can't grab iron or metal. She recognizes that sometimes she won't be able to just grapple things to them. Sometimes she's going to have to like hit things with her sword. So, she would be trying to speak with like a local leather worker, like explain the situation, and try and like experiment with like different thicknesses of gloves to get a greatsword throwing glove.
Okay. I have concerns that my audio interface is about to die.
Oh no!
You are quite a bit lower right now.
I had 2 crackles that just kind of petered out in the last like 20 minutes. If this happens a third time, I might need to consider replacing my audio interface.
It's a Scarlet Duo for you, right?
No, it's a Focusrite Claret.
Oh, the Claret. Okay.
I mean, I don't like this thing, and I've been wanting to replace it, but I haven't had the money for it. But that is a purchase I don't want to go through right now.
Quick question: Are you running Phantom Power through it?
Currently, I am doing that for my.
Oh,
When's the last time you power?
Fuck!
oh, that was a loud. I don't think I've heard Magus have that before.
When's the last time you powered? Well, you turned it. You completely disconnected it from power.
Okay.
He just sounds very far away right now.
Yeah, I had to throw my headphones across the room because it just popped really loud into my ears because I'm wearing headphones.
That would explain the,
Sorry, I'm a little bit dizzy. My tinnitus just triggered all at the same time. I just got shell
I
shocked.
hate that.
Hmm.
I have that too.
I just get those randomly, like suddenly just like that whine.
I'll be right back. I'm going to restart
Sure.
my computer, and I
Quick
hope
one.
that it stays.
Before you do, quick question. When's the last time that you've disconnected the power from it? Actually, fully powered it off completely.
Earlier this week, it was off
Okay.
the entire time I was out of the state.
As in disconnected from power.
Not like unplugged, but it was switched off. Actually,
Okay.
no, it was completely unplugged because I use a surge protector and I switched it off.
Oh, okay. Because that sometimes that fixes my focus rate. Anyways,
Right, I'll
we'll
be right
see you in a
back.
minute. Yeah, sure. That sucks. Anyways. Soba. Well,
Yeah, like Soba trying to find out like a way around it. Like if she needs like her thought is, ow, this kind of burns to touch. Well, if something burns normally, you get a big glove. So she's thinking like, if I get a thick enough glove, at the very least I could maybe like, because she's had like most of her success with throwing it.
yeah.
At the very least, if she has a glove thick enough to throw it, then
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get a thick enough glove that you would be able to throw it, though holding onto it for an extended duration becomes uncomfortable.
okay, that works.
Mhm.
Got her throwing glove on.
Yeah. And you can renounce this gift at any time you choose.
Okay.
But doing so will shatter your horn. You just know this intrinsically. You can feel your connection to it.
Just lose my third level feature.
I mean, we'll figure out character-wise, but yeah, that part of you would be broken. But we'll figure out mechanically if you want to do that. But that is
Yeah. All right. Well, for now, like Soba's really not really needed her sword super much, so that's fine. It's really just been wrestling that's been solving the problems. Let's be honest.
yeah, for real. Like I think your
yeah.
first.
Right.
Oh, some of your most iconic attacks have been suplexes.
Like when I threw the goblin off the boat.
I was thinking of the hang glider.
Oh. Oh, that too.
Suplex all the way through the canopy.
All right. Yeah.
I didn't even need to
Soba- I'm imagining it's like a falconry glove.
Basically, yeah.
Falconry gloves are one of the coolest gloves around.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
I was just wondering if you'd be able to bring out the model bag. I need to get another model to save as my Crabble.
Oh, sure. Here you are. Set up inventories.
Thank you.
Yeah, that should be okay. So there is stuff that you can do in any direction in the world at the moment, and you could head north to try to talk to the kobolds who we haven't seen for a while, and actually speak with Imustaltas, who has regained her flight.
Oh, by
You
the way, I'm
could-
just gonna assume I can restore my HP from the
Oh,
two.
yeah. Oh. Over the course of the week, yes.
Yeah.
You could head to the Gripply and talk to them. There are Gripply in town as well if you just want to have a conversation with the Gripply. But if you could go back to the Great Tree. You could try to push past the Great Tree in the river into the Kenku territory. And the new path open to you is that as the time that we're going to be starting, Tanaka is healed and can connect into the cartography stone. Synchronize with the cartography stone.
We're gonna make his ass do that.
I will give a moment for Magus to get back so that we can,
Oh,
But
I
you make that
think I
actually
might have
in character, of course. Sorry, go ahead.
I think I might have forgotten to actually figure out. I'm not sure if we figured out the exact stuff other than the magnetic properties, but we can of course talk about this after the session. What the stats for the shield were again. If after the session, of course, the magnetized shield that we made for Flicker.
Yeah, it's a heavy shield that you can use. The actual magnetic part of it is narrative rather than mechanical.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna work like a sword breaker or anything like that. It's a lodestone.
Okay.
It's not like an electromagnet.
Fair enough.
Oh, I will also say,
You could still be clever with it and just like use it to sheath
Oh, yeah.
stuff on the back of the shield or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Or to stick
I'm
myself up against
Welcome back, I
metal
missed you.
surface or something.
yeah.
I'm hopeful that I'm not going to have any problems, but if I have another one of these crackles, I'm going to have to like drop everything and go get this checked out.
Crackle is
Completely
a
understood.
funny word. Mhm. Crackle is a funny word. I like it, but it's bad.
A funny word to describe something bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome back. Let's rock. What would you like to do next?
Well, we planned on moving to start going to the south to do that investigation, but we wanted to wait for him to recover to do those last bit of questioning and get the information on where we needed to go next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do that.
All right.
That was fun.
Tanaka is recovering. After a full week, he is able to stay conscious and talk. He can't quite stand without assistance, and is going to be they do expect that he will be able to regain functionality. He can't move without aid right now.
Oh, that's okay. Liv will just carry him with the bed. Oh, not Liv, but Zoba. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use this one, but it was funny when I stumbled across it.
Oh. They show.
I did. I dragged it out.
Oh.
It's over at the Adventurers Hall. I'm still scrolling.
Oh.
Sorry.
No worries.
Where is what?
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, I hate
Terrifying.
it. It's skibbity, but it's pure. Kind of.
There we go. We got Crabble.
Yes, I love them.
Big old crabbo.
All right, so you're going to.
I love models like these.
So, Presumably, you walk into a building. It is.
And it walls over there.
He's still being held in the church to no specific god, and because that is also functions as the hospital in this region.
I just love the idea that the crab follows
It's
us.
not actually with us. I'm just like.
Okay.
stealing
It's just fun to play with. I get it.
I just like the idea that it follows you like a pet,
Giant enemy crab.
but it's not enemy. It's friend.
Craig, did you accidentally make the crab sentient?
No, it's got a control
Only as
panel.
much as the regular spider bots.
Mother, why was I programmed to feel pain?
How can I help you? It's good to see you again.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, yeah, I hate that I have to do this, but my audio interface is broken. I'm gonna need this fixed. I wouldn't. Normally, I would be like, oh, I could just jump onto my phone or whatever. But this is like, I'm about to get onto a really huge project, and if I don't have my audio interface,
Yeah, that's
working,
an existential crisis for you.
Yeah, it's your like. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, take care of it.
I believe that I've played my part for this particular stage, and I am confident that I am confident that Liv will do an excellent job playing my voice in my stead.
I was about to say, like, Soba puts on a deer stalker and be like, Detective Soba is on the case.
Hell yeah, I would watch it.
So regrettably, I have to go, but I'm very sorry. I will
Yeah.
I will try to have this figured out within the next day or so.
It's
We'll try to do
it's
something
okay.
soon.
It's not your fault that your equipment just randomly decided, hey, I am going to be a problem now.
Well, I'm also the reason why we had to be on hiatus for a session already, and I feel kind of bad about that.
No, you're fine.
It's okay.
You're fine.
So you okay with us going on with
Yes, please. You have
okay.
my permission to go on. I felt like I kind of filibustered last session anyway. It's only fair that I get my karma.
You're fine. You're fine.
This is not karma.
We'll just say
We-
that the conspiracy late into the night all week has taken its toll, and you need a nap.
Perhaps.
We got the funnies with Flicker's little invention for you. I'd say you played your part for now.
All right.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, later.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Good luck
Cheers.
with it.
That sucks
gonna-
though. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I had a my old microphone and stuff like just crap out right as I got like my first roll in like fucking months, and I was like panicking. Like that is a nightmare situation.
Yeah. It really is.
The bell rights might have gone to his to his equipment. Bro.
How can I help you?
There we go.
It's good to see you again.
Yes, we are here to check on the boy from last week.
Oh, right. He's right over here. He's doing better. He's awake. It's a good improvement. Come along. She leads
An
you into
improvement
the.
Definitely an improvement over unconscious or dead.
Oh, certainly. I don't know what we would have done without you. His parents are off gathering some dinner. If you need me, I'll be here. She gestures you over to the bed with its curtain drawn around it, and then goes back to measuring out dosages into files. Just regular apothecary, maintenance stuff.
So
Medications and whatnot.
I do not. So turns her nose up, not seeing a single barrel of pickle juice. I'm just fully betting so would just start up like a competing practice that's all like her tribal medicine because it works.
It's just pickle juice barrels all around it.
Pickle juice compresses.
Oh, hey. I guess I got you to thank for this.
That's the boy's father.
Nope, it's the boy. His
Oh,
head is
that was a
tilted
deeper.
over.
The voice was deeper than I thought for a boy.
I mean, it's the other boy was had a higher pitch. And this one hasn't you never talked to. When you came in, this guy had been unconscious since then.
Oh, that is okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Tid was the sorcerer who didn't really know he was a sorcerer. But this is Tonica. This is Tonica. Going for a little bit more of something in this range.
Okay. It just kind of caught me off guard because I don't think we've heard his voice the last session, so I completely
No,
forgot.
he had been completely unconscious at that
We
point.
didn't hear it at all.
Yeah.
Dear.
Yes, it was thanks to our friend here. Flicker points at Soba that ultimately helped you out.
Yeah, they're telling me about the horn. So, I guess I gotta ask, which god do I owe my life to then?
Flicker's pondering. How did this remind me? When did Soba get her horn again?
Soba's had a horn for a hot minute. It's kind of but
Since the blood rain.
Yep, since the blood rain, exactly. It just
So,
I'm very. Part of me is just like. Flicker's just like thinking to himself when the horn came about, and it's like he's thinking to himself, "Was it me?
Can I do that?"
Well, to be fair, he would also credit CC in that. In
yeah,
that
yeah.
instance. Me and CC? Actually, no. Yeah, he would blurt it out. Oh, I think that might be me and CC, actually. Like he in his mind, it makes sense.
What was that, Spig?
I dissociated for a moment and I'm like, so it's Flicker and CC for what?
Talking about
the horn didn't.
The middle
well,
step, my brain did not associate, and I don't
well,
know
the
what
ring.
we're talking about.
the blood rain.
Yeah, like when
yes.
CC's horn appeared, it was during the blood rain. So Flicker made when the kid asked which god does he have to thank, Flicker of course naturally thought to himself him and CC because he assumes that somehow the horn came from the blood rain that he and CC he spawned because that wasn't exactly a natural event.
I'm pretty sure that would just be Soba.
You see, that's the joke. He doesn't fully know.
That was
That was in
CC
character. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Still, I think it's the funnier solution here is Flicker just saying, "Oh, that would be me and Cece."
Wait,
Because I don't think we've discussed the horn.
you mean
with
that wasn't
Soba
divine
properly.
magic? It's GD. Okay. In character game. No, it's fine. I just want to refocus.
Sorry, Soba's gonna clear her throat and just be like, is spirit of world, not god, not magic, is world itself." And she kind of like taps her horn and just kind of like a little bit of like life magic just comes off it, like.
Spirit of the world? Okay, so, like, not divine? Huh. Interesting. Thank you. Well, to say I owe you my life is almost cliche at this point, but I do owe you my life. I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know. I heard it was...
Soba would prefer it if you touch map rock outside.
Oh! Yeah, I can do that. You gonna... yeah, I can do that. You might have to help me, though. I don't think I can make it over there.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem.
Do you want
Soba?
shoulder, princess carry, or like baby carry?
He looks at you and blushes.
Baby carry.
Princess it is. I just gotta go there, baby.
Good answer.
Actually, quick question. What's the difference between princess and baby carry?
Baby has more head support. Princess is
Okay.
more lower back. Is not lower back, mid back support.
Okay.
As someone with a 6'5" boyfriend, I had to learn this very quickly.
Aww. Cute. You carry him over to the stone?
Yeah, princess carry him over to the stone.
Alright. You, lower me down a bit.
Soba will just kind of like take a knee.
He reaches over and puts his hand on the stone, and a new path just begins to divot and crumple onto the, into the stone. It goes down a very far way to the south. Actually, if you come over here for a second. Can I write on this, or is it going to be too... No, it's... No. It goes here to here. It is the farthest path into the swamp. There's other minor paths that go into the top part of the swamp. This is the first path that actually goes properly into the swamp itself. He then starts checking his pockets, and then smiles as he pulls out a piece of chalk and puts a little rune, which is a common way of having doing initials in this sort of world, and just moves there. You can notice a few other points on the map. Several, in fact, have the same rune. Have the same runes. And looks up at you, says, "So, I'm guessing you're gonna want to check that out, huh?"
Yes.
Seems likely.
So
We are explorer.
here's the thing. The swamp sucks, but there's a road. He points over at a place right around this area here and says, I think I first found it more by luck than anything, but if you poke down with a stick, there's some, like, cobblestone or something, and it just keeps on going. I started to walk along it to see how far it went, and it just kept on going. It's a lot of weird stuff out there, but don't step off the road, you'll sink in real quick. But as long as you can stay on it, it goes all the way to this big building. I went in, looted a couple things, came back, and yeah. It's weird. It's beautiful but weird, you know? Anyways, there might be more, like, roads or whatever, but once I found the one, I stuck to it the whole way. I slipped off it once or twice and literally had to cling on to it. There's nothing below it. Like, it's not like it's like, you know, a road on the ground or something. The bog goes down as deeper than my full height. But there's a road that goes all the way out, and nothing under it, and just the water above it will go up to my waist. But if you stick to that, you'll see what I found. I heard what happened. Yeah, I assumed it was fireworks, because, like, we tried shooting it at trees and the buildings and stuff, and it just passed right through it. And never thought it was... No.
It's okay. It's okay. That's all right. So you can't always know what each spell is as a novice.
What was that, Soba?
But by the way, Jade, your mic getting a little crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a...
Occasional crackle.
Yeah, I saw someone mention that in chat too. Give me a moment to fix this thing.
Da 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 da.
When the guy said it was waist high, my first thought was so ankle height for someone. So we'll make it.
Roughly.
By the way, of course, Jade put in a swamp here. Of course, a Dark Souls player would put in a swamp in her campaign.
In my defense, of course I did. I have no defense. Am I sounding good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I sounding fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't push it.
Fair. So, yeah. That's what I know.
Soba has been looking at the stone.
Mm-hmm.
So there's identical ruins in multiple places.
No, runes. As in, the paths that he's responsible for. He's been signing. He's literally been signing his name and runes at each one. And so he's been exploring, and he's proud of the parts that he's explored.
Jade, I just had a stupid thought that would be really funny. What if carving his initials onto the stone actually got reflected in the real world as well, like it's two-way?
That's a terrible idea. I love it.
Be really funny.
Yeah, I'm not no, but I love it though.
Yeah. No, idea you could steal for another game.
Literally, there was an earthquake level, carving into the world. He carved it into the map.
Someone drops a hamburger onto it. So there's a massive fleshy mountain out in the middle of nowhere.
Giant flood of ketchup.
I always, there's always an idea. Some games have done it, but mostly it's limited to animated or movie media. Just, hey, we're small and we're part of a board game now, or a tabletop game.
Psychonauts.
And then you meet the players. I'm sorry, I hate that trope.
Yeah. God, the moment you did that voice, I had do you know the nerd character from Day of the Tentacle? That was literally the first image that popped into my head the moment you used that voice.
That's what I was kind of going for, thank you. Alright, so. Yes, not ruins R-U-I-N, but R-U-N-E. It just says in, Okay.
Yeah. Alright, then never mind, I don't have anything.
Also, Fable 3 had that as a level. One of my favorite things I noted about that game. Sorry, I had to finish that thought.
No worries.
Anyway. Well, It doesn't seem to have done any permanent damage, the carving that you put in there.
Oh no, he hits chalk.
Oh, okay. Chalk. Okay.
Yeah,
I could have sworn you said carving.
No, he fished a piece of chalk out of his clothing. I thought I said.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a surface level thing.
Yeah. The runes are usually carved, so I see why you thought that. That's so fair.
Yeah. That normally when I hear the word rune, it is normally just literally carved into the stone.
Fair, but no,
it's
yeah, but no, it's chalk. It's just like initialing, except it's just one character that's personalized, you know.
All right. So just to quickly recap, ruins down there, and off the path there's some additional paths that actually have rock, not tiled rocks. I think you said.
Oh yeah, it's basically a cobblestone road
Under
the water, not supported by anything underneath it.
Right.
No fun.
Okay. Well, that's at least something for me. Do you? I guess I should ask. Do you remember anything dangerous being in the swamps? I mean, it's a swamp. Of course, there's going to be something dangerous. But have you seen anything of note?
Particular to look out for?
I mean, yeah. I had to run off a few times. There's some stuff in the predators in the sky, you know, like what are they called? You know what I mean, like, you know, the things that they can swoop out. Dang, whatever. Those things.
You mean birds?
Kinda. Yeah, like the four-legged birds, you know.
Oh, a griffin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Griffin. So there's a couple of those that I had to take some cover off of. Actually, at one point I had to leave the path and huddle next to a tree.
Interesting. Soba?
Yes.
You're more of an animal old person. Do you know if griffins normally nest in swamps? I've never heard of such.
They don't.
Yeah. So I was gonna shake it and be like, no, but griffin usually around mountains or sometimes lakes, depending. Usually, not really swamp creatures. Soba's great uncle had a griffin. Wondery bastard.
Maybe hippogriffs or something like that. There are a few varieties of avian monsters.
I couldn't tell you, sorry. But yeah, there's some snakes and that kind of stuff, but like, just keep some, you know, antivenom on you. They make an all-purpose one over at the church. I'm sure you guys stock up on that anyways.
Yes. You do.
You mean Soba does not have to flex calf muscle to squeeze out poison every time? Just all shit have been bit, like tenses muscle, like they just
I can make antidotes as well.
I really do love the idea of like just flexing to get rid of the snake venom. It'd be funny. That is actually funny. Honestly, that sounds great. Almost like a Dave the I'm just imagining the Dave the Barbarian level flex in the intro.
The jabbers.
The jabbers. Love that show.
He's been able to make antidotes and vaccines this entire time too.
So says get vaccinated so you may choke out the disease.
Yee. Dang.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I had one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just start putting up, like, during flu season, just start putting up, like, pro-vaccination posters around town, and it's literally just, like, a picture of Soba, just, like, having like, a cold virus in an armbar.
Yes.
Here, Soba whenever bitten by venomous things. New World D&D.
Yes.
That is the exact image I had in mind the moment you mentioned it.
Love that. I missed that show.
Taken from us too soon. Chuckles was a worthy villain.
Oh man. I'm already tired just from coming out here. What the hell?
Is death magic. You have no more. You have less life now.
Yeah.
I did make you some coffee.
I don't even know if that'd help. I think I just need to get back to the church. That's all good with you.
Probably
In
for
some
the
parts
better.
of the world, they call this condition depression.
I mean, no, he's recovering from like.
I know. Look. Let me make a joke about myself.
Oh,
Alright, God.
Okay, I'll let you.
I was
allow
gonna
it.
make Flicker was gonna one up on that one. Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. He says as he in complete denial of his own depression. He's a happy-go-lucky sort of fella.
So we'll just get up off of her knee and she'll just carry him back to his bed.
Thanks.
Do not mention it, princess.
I will. I'll be singing your guys' praise from here on out.
Alright, and then she'll return like after and she's like dropped him off.
Hmm.
Tucks him in, gives him a
Aw.
pickle. Shoots a glare at the nurse.
I'm sure by now the nurse has gotten a barrel of pickles in the doctor's office, entirely on your recommendation.
Give him 20 cc's of pickle.
Pickle juice compress, now! That! He's cucumbering!
Unironically, I eat cucumbers are like one of the best salads, even without seasoning.
I
For
love
real, it's good.
I love Pathfinder because the best part is that it just works. I could literally just so long as it involves a plant of some kind, I could do medicine checks that can cure like dying states.
Yeah,
I can cure death with a pickle.
it's pretty good.
I mean, you know what they say. If they can say rub some dirt in it, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely get away with rub some pickle juice in it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's 4th edition GD. The rub some dirt in it is a 4E ability.
I know.
It's so good. Alright, so we're...
Imagining someone floating in a giant jar of pickle juice like stuff. Say that isn't pickle juice.
Back to tank.
Yes. Get brined.
Get fermented, sort of.
Alright, Sober returns back to the cartography stone with all of you.
So, do we wish to begin our
gives
journey
us a
towards
road.
the?
That gives us a round that we can follow to get to the same location that they found their items.
Indeed. I do hate to say this, but I do work best when I have a destination in mind.
Destination is wherever you stop. The duality.
Yeah.
So, you will need to prepare, of course.
Mhm.
Now we're PCs. We don't need that preparing schmearing.
Now, I'm not going to go like full Dark Sun on you guys, but I do want each of you to tell me how you would prepare for this type of journey, because this is a bit more you're not going from one town to another. You're proper adventuring now.
Well, on a story/character level, Flicker would, despite the fact that he is a mostly barefoot boy, swamps are a bit much. So he would probably actually make some swamp shoes.
Okay.
To avoid the nastiness and like the rough and
With the depth
squishy
of the
terrain.
water, you probably want to have like full-on waders.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would probably have like one of those like big. He would probably make one of those like fishing pants-esque things.
Yeah,
Not sure.
waders.
Oh, is that what they're actually called?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what they're called. WADER. Wader.
Oh, okay,
Right.
wader as in, like wading through the muck. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, all you need is a pair of wellies. It's fine. Wellies and boots.
But from a other equipment sort of stuff. I think I want to say. Nah, I think he's been through some swamps in the past. That's how he knows he needs the waders. What's other swamp traversal gear? Everybody knows a good old rope is never to not be
Yeah.
taken. Always take a
Always,
rope. What is like? I've never been in a swamp, so I would not know
Really?
what swamp. No. The most I've been to is one of the beautiful national parks in my country, but that one was mostly like waterfalls and such. So and regular forest terrain. So I've never been in a swamp.
Have you never been in quicksand?
I mean, I've seen cartoons about
Like,
with a
after
lot
all
of
the
quicksand.
training that you've gotten from cartoons on how to deal with it, you've never gotten stuck in quicksand?
Well, that's what the rope is for.
So,
Like on the wall?
former Floridian here. Here's what you need for swamp. You need a salt life shirt, some waders, a bucket hat, and an M16 chambered in 50 Beowulf because there's gators.
Oh.
There you go.
I do think I've. No, I don't think I've invented a grappling gun so far yet. I guess I can invent a grappling gun, but that's just. Well, let's face it, that's just an advanced form of the rope, really.
All right.
Now, I'm gonna make you roll for it because I just need to know if it's like a hook shot from Zelda or if it's like a Maple Pines grappling gun. You know?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Let's roll with grappling. Let's check this.
Jade, I do have one question that will actually change people's answers most likely.
Okay,
is this a
hold on.
swamp or is it a bog? 'Cause there's a difference.
This is an inundated delta. So honestly, your comments about Florida might be more accurate than I am even aware of.
Okay, it's the Everglades. Okay, it's the Everglades, right? I got you on this one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's a wetlands delta that extends out to the river.
Can I quickly scoot ahead of Flicker real quick?
Yeah.
Soba is going. Okay, so how many of us are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
Hey Jay, what's the size of the average doorway in this town? Enough to fit 5 people on? Actually, no, enough to fit 4 people on.
I mean, not by Titanic logic.
Okay, but like, I mean, like actual logic though.
No. Short answer is no.
Alright, Soba's going to buy 2 doors and ask Cece to try and to make them I'm trying to make a foldable raft because I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist here.
I will talk about a feature that I had planned and was in a couple of the pictures I had for reference for Crab Instructor. Working
Is that the official name?
Crab structure.
So, on the back is basically like a steel hook that goes out and then up. So it would be basically we can just throw some like whole tree logs on the back, and they would normally be used for replacing its legs if necessary. But we'd be able to make a raft with something like that as well.
So, plans that Soba had. Obtain a raft-like device. Put everyone on it except for her. And then push it while swimming. That was Soba's plan, because we don't have an engine, and bringing an engine would probably be a bad idea. Because the gators, they're attracted to the engines.
I've with my crafting, I've gotten a 17 on my grappling gun. So Jade, what is the end result on that?
I mean, I was kind of thinking of a DC of like 20, so that's
part of me is like
it looks like it'll work perfectly.
You see,
Oh, no.
I want to reroll this because the last thing I want is like this thing to fail in a like I'm falling off a cliff or something situation. But at the same time, it's Flicker, so it would be kind of funny and in character.
I mean, you can fly.
He fires the grappling
yeah,
hook,
that's
it gets
true.
out, and the rope just like completely disconnects from the gun. You're left just holding the gun while the rope is hooked on and hanging
Oh,
loose.
you know what? You know what? You are completely correct, Liv. Flicker can float down in case of falling from cliff situation. So, okay, I'm willing to accept this.
Okay, good.
until he discovers I might need to rework this.
On your way back to town, you notice a commotion.
Oh, okay. Wait, did you say on our way out of town?
No, back into it, because the cartography Citron Stone is a little bit on the outskirts.
Oh, right.
Oh, the vanishing current. Right in the middle of the road this time.
Right in the middle of the road.
Hello, Vanishing Cart, my old friend.
The townspeople are not pleased. There's some people moving things from the shipyard. The Hyacinth is not important, mind you, but there's still, it's still a shipyard. The people are still trying to move, things, and this is in the way. And local superstition is that you don't move it. So people are kind of trudging around. Like there's already the beginnings of a new track route going over some of the land here. Some people are trying to go through the outdoor seating part of the tavern, which the tavern owner is reluctant to cede, even though he knows it'll only be here for a day or two.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's on the
It's a bit of a
vanishing
commotion.
What does the card have to offer today?
cart? Yeah, like Soba's just gonna muscle her way forward. Funny card has done us no wrong the entire time we've been there, except for that time it put death battery on it. But it's a common basic mistake. It's fine.
Funny card has interesting offers that might make your day interesting.
4 of the 5 slots are already taken because it's in a very public place that and people have people know how it works, right? It's been coming every other week for since the town has been established. There's only one thing left on it, and that is a folder with some script that you cannot read, but you can recognize, or at least Rodelac would recognize. It's Gith script.
Oh. I was gonna say this sounds super roguelike by the fact that it's a folder.
Like the Adventurous Hall where we're staying has had a wall that's been plastered with like all of his notes and copies of Gith script everywhere. I think we at least have an idea of what Gith script looks like.
Yeah. Oh, Cece, you saw the picture, right?
Picture?
It's in New World if you scroll up a bit. Right before your metal crab.
Okay, I heard metal crap.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've pictured that's what the whole building has looked like for like a week. There's just one wall that Rodelac completely claimed for this investigation.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's definitely just like a regular dinner chair, just a wooden chair sitting on the floor. Like 2/3 of the way, not in the middle, it's like 2/3 of the way over from one wall. Just staring at the wall.
But yeah, people keep on coming by and browsing and kind of like leaving a little bit disappointed because the only thing left is, a folder that they can't read, so no one has been really caring about it. If anyone wants to drop perceptions, you can feel free to.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure, I have eyeballs. I'd like to use them. Oh, it's gonna be that kind of day. Oh.
Yeah, that tracks.
No, hold on. The Flicker just goes, huh? I can't see.
I got a 22.
It's just love the idea of like Flicker just
And I have a
randomly
21.
going blind for no reason at all. It's just like no reason at all.
Cass?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like how do you
Wrong
do a
guy.
like how do you do a perception check nat 1 aside from
Also
going
22.
blind and deaf?
Okay. Yeah, there's only one thing left on the cart.
I'm sorry, the timing of that one just fucking
Yeah, that
got
was...
me.
Yeah, for real. The dice gods decide we were gonna have fun today.
You see, I think it's because Magus went out early. He went out on a high note, and the gods have decided I am the target today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
For real.
understandable. Well, Magus will want that, so do we have anything we can trade for it?
Have you, Polearms, have you traded anything that means something to you? That has significance to you?
I don't really have a whole lot of anything that means things to me.
Does it take the same kind of gift?
Mm-hmm. The card has not changed in its nature. It requires a gift in return that is something that is important to the person giving it up. You have to sacrifice something important to you.
Soba isn't running out the Foxy heirlooms, going to be honest.
Well, Flicker had no, not his first hammer. Which tool does? Which one of his first up tools that he's attached
His
to?
second hammer.
No, the hammers are off the question. All four of them. No, the
Flicker's
screwdriver.
toolbox, there's an adjustable spader, 6 hammers, and like 1 screwdriver.
Oh, okay. The first ever one of his bolts that hit from his first ever invention that hit him in the face.
Soba can still see blood on this one.
It's special because it taught him inventing. It taught him an important lesson. Inventing is painful. Inventing is painful, but very rewarding.
So is the reason you don't have the second bolt because it bounced off your helmet and that's why you got a dent in it?
No, it flew in the. No, it bounced off and it flew out at the window into the moat.
Soba will someday find out what the dent in your helmet's from. One day.
Actually, I forgot. I probably have it in there, but Hold on, let me check the art. If I actually put in a dent there, there's probably a dent.
I swear to God, there's a dent in the helmet. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
I'm pretty.
Knowing
Yeah.
me, I probably did put in a dent.
I'm pretty certain of it.
No. But I want to put it in now.
Okay, that's a that's a
Okay,
Mandela
no.
effect moment for sure.
No. It's showing only It's showing only one side of the helmet. It's on the other side. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah,
That way,
So the dent has always been there, it's just been out of frame.
Oh yeah,
that,
sorry.
that makes sense.
I
That makes sense.
I forgot I was looking at the other side of the drawing. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
that's the 360 drawing that I put in.
You receive
I did a full.
a folder. You cannot read what's on the cover, but it does open up.
Oh, thank you, oh mysterious goods wagon.
What is inside the book?
You open it up.
But by the way, Jay, thank you for allowing us to completely make up stuff on the spot like that. I
of course.
do love it.
Reflex.
Reflex save?
Mm-hmm.
Who? Soba or me?
Soba.
Oh right, Soba opened it. I guess because like the fucking cart's surrounded, like Soba had to like reach over everyone and grab it for him.
Well, you said what's inside, so I'm assuming that you were you were looking inside.
Oh, that's fair. All right, that's a natural 30.
I just assumed she got like. I just
Pretty sure
assumed
you can't do it 30.
So I just assumed like she opened it up and she saw lots of letters and she got scared and she had to do a reflex save to not like crumble have the paper fly out everywhere.
Soba can read, just not this language.
What did you roll? What was your total?
Natural 20 for 30.
Oh, okay. Some mystic cords come out and attempt to bind you, but they do a pretty poor job of it.
They're made to bind Gith, and Soba's like 6 times bigger than your average.
Yeah, that's exactly spot on.
In width and height.
Flicker just goes, that is some aggressive wording.
Soba thinks this might not be safe for the youth.
We sure.
Inside there are 7 scrolls.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I open one of the scrolls, see what it is?
Yep. I mean, you will probably have to use the same translation method as before. How much of that translation juice do you have left, by the way?
Turns to CC. I'm pretty sure that's CC's juice, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can be charging that.
Oh, Cece actually learned the recipe for it.
Yes.
Yeah, so Cece can just make more.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have your daily crafting, don't you? You get like 1 round of crafting for free, or is that just the alchemist's feat?
6 infusions.
Nice.
Yeah, you get 6 a day. For
Yeah,
free.
so she can just make 6 a day.
That's good. You
So
gain...
she'll make a bottle of the, just like conveniently pulls it out.
That's my favorite thing about alchemy.
4 scrolls of scry, 2 scrolls of Wyvern Watch, and 1 scroll of Sepia Snake Sigil.
What are those last 2?
Wyvern Watch is a spell that nobody knows how to cast anymore. It creates a guardian that will watch over an area and attempt to paralyze intruders with its fearsome gaze. It is pretty well established that this is a lost art because creating a creature that can itself cast as something else without giving it life is something that's simply not known how to be handled anymore. That's just lost. And Sepia
That's
Snake
just-
Sigil is what you got hit with. It's someone trying to either turn a page or read a book. It's a save against being restrained for I think it's like D4 days in the worst case scenario. But I wasn't going to
geez.
make that happen without being able to be intervened.
Summoning
Yeah,
a creature
it's second ed.
summon a creature that summons its own things. That's just called delegating, really.
Fucking Soba like looks at the scrolls, just like the binding one. She's just like, Soba still thinks this might not be safe for children. And then she holds out the scrolls of Scry and the Wyvern and go, Soba's not amazing at most magic, but this reeks of paranoid, yes?
Oh,
little bit.
absolutely.
Yeah, a little bit.
So who do we want to spy on? I imagine we've walked off to a side street for a second.
I would
I will
presume.
wait for yeah.
Yeah, side street or the Adventures Hall, maybe.
Maybe we need to know. We need to know where something is before we can spy on it. Correct?
We just need to know who it is, right, or what it is.
Maybe the Cropital, or
Capital.
or maybe Granny Biscuits.
Ooh.
No, do not. We'll end badly.
What's the worst that could happen?
It becomes too
Exactly.
way.
You suspect she'll know?
Yes. Oh yeah, because I remember right. Pathfinder Scry, the person you cast it on has to make a check, otherwise they know they've been scryed on. Or am I mistaken?
Why am I just
This way it is in
imagining?
5th edition, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume that Granny Biscuits just knows when she's being spied on because she's Granny Biscuits.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Let's not piss off the hag, shall we?
Don't the hag.
Why do I imagine? Here's what I imagine a person that passes that check is like. They're just minding their own business, and it's like,
Huh?
So what would we use to spy on Pancake?
Typically, the way this spell works is it makes an invisible globe that you sense through.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like they look up in the air, head level across the room, and there's just a shimmering sphere floating in the middle
Hi.
of the room.
so the Tom image is even more accurate then. The fuck is this shit?
On an unrelated note, there was
yeah.
a description of invisibility magic that I think was the coolest ever that I had to share because it sprang back into my brain.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was Brennan Lee Mulligan was describing it, was the, invisibility magic is really impressive. It's amazing that you can bend light around the body. The reason that you can spot it is, well, invisibility magic has one fatal flaw. If you bend light all the way around, there's no way for you to, catch that light in your eye. So the trick that you've learned in all of your practice hunting invisible creatures is to look for 2 black dots, because they always travel in pairs.
Ooh.
Love that.
I like
so
that.
it's just the pupils are visible and everything else is completely hidden.
Honestly, I do like that.
I thought you were gonna go with you're
It's
invisible
such
to everything.
It's such a tangible flavor to the design.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go with you are invisible to everybody else but cannot see, because light is bent around you. But no, I like that. I like that.
It's also just kind of cartoony, which I like on a basic level.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and cast, you can cast spell. You can cast any spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to clarify, because yeah.
Yep.
Blah. sorry to derail for a moment.
Quite
Nah,
alright.
that's okay. Now we're quite used to that in this campaign. That this is
That's half
this
the
is just
fun.
normal. Yeah. All right. Well, we opened up the folder. So Soba defeated its safeguards without even really trying. Let's be honest.
For real.
Wait, there was safeguard?
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. It's just
no,
like
Soba,
it
don't.
tried wrapping itself around her, and it's like it tried pulling her down or something, and it's just like, huh?
Like, she had her eyes closed, like she was sneezing at the time. Like,
Yeah, here that again.
Is there anything else, or is it just like a spell scrolls?
I mean, it's a folder of 7 scrolls that are unknown to modern magic. So, like, yeah.
Alright.
That's it.
There's no lore in here, just mechanics.
Ooh, let me see.
I mean, you can believe whatever you desire. Go on.
No, be an asshole, dude. Be an asshole. I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah, so Soba holds up one of the scrolls of Scry and goes, "We should spy on Pancake. Soba wonders what stupid bird is up to."
Oh yeah, that's actually a good one. Ooh, that is a good choice.
And he's also the one Kenku we know. So,
Well, we
Yeah.
also know his dad.
Out of our.
yeah, but he's not. He's
not.
Not-
as malicious.
he's not. Yeah, he's not
Dangerous.
like our problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
That's
problem
fair.
to be solved later.
It wouldn't be bad though to check in, given his. Oh no, we don't
When
know
we
in
have-
character that his son was teleported.
Yeah, he kind of left on a supervillain vibe.
We have like 3 of these scrolls, so we can use one for Pancake, one for Audvar, and then like we have one for if we feel like I don't know spying on someone in the bathroom. I don't know. I was trying to think like of a third person we could spy on, but like no, I honestly I don't think we know enough people.
We haven't made enough enemies to be paranoid.
We haven't made enough enemies to use all these scry scrolls.
Yeah. Okay, so we do Pancake
That's
first,
what
or we
I'm
do
trying.
other stupid bird first. We do less
Oh.
stupid birds.
Yeah.
It's less stupid bird because it didn't pick a fight so well.
True.
Do we want to go somewhere where we could? I like the idea that we're just like we go to the adventurers hall and like it's like we're a bunch of like bratty we're a bunch of I'm not sure what the word that I'm looking for is, but we're like being like internet assholes like in a cafe.
No,
We're just like,
I think I get it.
we're just like doxing someone.
Yeah.
hello there again, PathTube. Soba here, about to dox this stupid Pancake. What do you mean Soba is banned?
You know, the fact that you have a Russian accent just adds to that joke.
Today Soba is... No, not going to. Not going to make that joke, nope.
All
Today
right,
Soba will
chat.
by bot on Facebook.
All right, chat. Let's do this.
You're going crazy today.
That's the vocal component for the thing. Do you see that, chat? And the scroll opens.
All right, so, Kas,
Yo, yes.
there are 7 scrolls of varying degrees of paranoia.
They look very enticing.
Yeah, this
y'all
seems like
wanna-
the perfect gift for Kellis. Birthday came
Right?
early.
It does seem like the kind of thing I'd be into.
Wait, that's the perfect gift for who? I
Yes.
think you get. Oh yeah.
Paranoia.
Okay,
Yeah, that
Can
makes
you list those spells again real quick?
Certainly. Sepia Snake Sigil, the one that attempted to bind the reader. 2 of Wyvern Watch, which creates it basically creates a spirit guardian that will attempt to paralyze anybody passing through, and 4 of Scry.
Sorry, so Autumn got
Yeah, I
me
saw.
with the
It's real good.
shit.
All right. Yeah, you guys wanna find out what's going on with Pancake?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Pancake first, please.
okay. Yeah, I'll take one of the scrolls of Scry and put it to good use. Let's
Okay,
go.
Flicker, Flicker just pulls out a sandwich and like uses his like tail as a chair.
Roll Arcana.
He likes his content with a good snack.
Who doesn't?
Oh yeah. This is the equivalent of watching a YouTube video while eating lunch.
Okay, now
Well-
set it to 2 times speed and put Subway Surfers on left side.
You fail.
Oh,
Oh,
the video
These-
didn't load. The scribe didn't load.
Oh, Soba, I hate when it buffers.
This is unironically Dave the Barbarian now because they just had a straight up crystal
Anyways.
ball internet.
Right,
Anyway.
right, but anyways,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask what your total was, but it fails before you are able to cast it.
okay.
But what was your total?
With Arcana,
Mm-hmm.
that was a 23.
Okay.
Spell to show illusions. Chat, is this real?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
So it roll me. Roll me anybody who has mystic senses can roll me a perception. Soba, you can
How
roll
do you
for Rodolak as well if you'd like.
Mystic senses?
Yes.
Yeah, how would you define mystic? Because I mean, I
Magic.
have decent occultism.
Mm-hmm. You can use
definitely
occultism.
have mystic senses.
I mean,
I
I
would
have
say that,
I have
um,
Arcana.
Yeah,
Does Arcana
it's not a
count?
skill proficiency thing as much as a magical senses type thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
You are
then
rolling.
Proficiency does.
You are rolling
Yeah, then-
perception, but you have to have magical senses to be able to roll perception in this situation.
Yeah, then Flicker doesn't there.
Alright, so
Just to clarify.
Alright, so Rodolak rolled a 2.
Naturally.
Soba rolled
Tragic.
Seems
Soba-
alright.
and Soba
Yeah.
rolled a 29. And
Wow.
Soba rolled a 29.
Oh,
Good job.
Real?
Nicola.
Yeah.
29 on the die.
Oh no, 19 plus 10 perception. Sorry. I don't know Rodolak's modifiers. I assume Jade does.
Yeah. I have it pulled up.
So,
Soba,
yes.
that spell can't be cast here.
Oh.
Oh.
Zoba
This-
just kind of like. Sorry.
This
Go ahead.
place does not allow it.
Interesting.
Yeah, Zoba just kind of like sniffs the air, just like. Oh. Smells like warding magic. Cannot be cast here.
And it is the spell. It is the scroll cannot be cast here, not at the target. To clarify.
Yeah.
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 No, I gathered that.
Bad reception. Not sure if he's in town or just inside Adventure Hall. First time Soba's had to go out of town to get better signal.
Oh man, I already had the sandwich shop. Oh well. What? I have the preserving. Like he already took a bite, so it's like I'm the kind of person like the moment I take a bite, you do not stop me eating. I will bite you if you try to interfere in my eating.
We go out of town maybe. We, see, she pulls out a little pouch. Still
Still have furniture powder. Could make nice little campsite.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean,
That does remind me of
Well,
one thing that I didn't make explicitly mention. The path to through the swamp to the ruin is going to be like several days travel. Just sorry, just wanted to make that clear because I just realized that I hadn't. Anyways, sorry, go on.
yeah. So, do we need extra provisions?
Yeah.
We need rope, obviously, because honestly, with the swamp and the path and everything, it might be good.
You good?
Flicker is just gonna make himself. I don't imagine it'll take him too long to make his own what was it called? Waiters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to say it might be best if CC puts together the float.
I mean, yeah, like CC puts together like a little collapsible raft, like Soba could literally just swim behind it and push it.
Yeah, you don't want Flicker to touch this. I just imagine if Flicker were to make this, it's like the moment you even touch it with your foot, it'll just burst into flame.
Get Soba a boogie board to like be honest. She's like swimming behind it. Like what was it? Like we have to be like an 8-foot tall boogie board.
Honestly, I like the idea that this is one of my favorite little cartoon tropes. Is like when the character with the tail just uses it to like propel them through water.
I mean, you do that instead. You have a tail.
Yes, that is my suggestion.
All right, then let's do that instead. Stop Soba from getting like swamp ass.
I love swamp ass as a word. Also, for all those that know Two Best Friends, Grandma Swamp.
Oh, the Grandma Swamp.
Oh, I love Wooly's grandma stories.
I suppose one question that we could ask is, I could construct a barge
A barge.
if we think that there's going to be enough water that we need
mean,
a
Jade
raft or
said-
some sort of travel device.
Jade said that it was like Florida, which means if it's the Everglades, then like majority of it is like deep enough that like a shallow-keeled boat or barge would be very, very much at home.
Also, the kid did also say that like the water was taller than him, so
Yeah, on the road was waist deep, and then off
Right.
the road was deeper.
mhm.
And we gotta go through the Foreverglades.
forever.
CC, can you design us an airboat?
just literally make a barge, and I'll handle
I'm-
the.
I'm gonna put a soft no on that one. You got a spider mech.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to make an engine. She's not going to be able to get an engine that has a high enough RPM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get
All
to
the
paddle with
mechanisms,
my
for
tail.
sure. The power, though, no.
Do
It's
a
like the
hand-
difference between a desk fan and an airplane propeller.
Yeah,
You just
you
do a
don't have a
hand
weather
crank
mage.
mechanism. Just do a hand crank mechanism, but just have Soba like kind of just like. Soba can do it.
There are
Plus,
weather
we already
mages
do-
that can create localized wind that are used in ships. Actually, you met the one on the Hyacinth like a year ago.
Yeah.
But that's not something that's in the skill set of the party. There's-
With the barge, if I constructed something large enough, my new bot would simply be able to paddle.
You do that then.
We wouldn't go
it-
very fast, but
I mean, we already agreed that Flicker's just going to use his tail.
It's not gonna be fast regardless. So like if you want it, so if you give us if we have a slow way through with Spiderbot, then that's or Crabbot, then that's fine. It's safe because not just gonna say having a body part in a swamp is just asking to get swamp rot. Do not recommend.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd rather the robot get swamp rot because then we can just build another one.
I mean, I am making a waiter so I can make it cover my tail.
You will still get swamp rot.
Even for the waiter?
Yes. Or you'll just attract a gator that'll just right on it.
Yeah, but that would
Right.
be the cartoonish result. Which, appropriate, but
Right, but
I
we
get
don't
it.
have, like, restoration.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
And I don't know if you could fly without your tail. Like mechanically, you would need your tail.
I am also a beginner, so that would actually make things a bit more
Yeah,
difficult.
let's just have the robot do it.
Fine, stupid.
Robot translates to slave, so therefore it has no worth. It's fine.
Fine. Don't make me do the cute cartoon thing.
We just don't want you to lose your tail, dog. That's all.
And I get that. Still.
I mean, I just
Oh, well.
figured that if you lost your tail, it would be very loud.
Oh no, it
I
would be
just want
pain.
things to be quiet.
Even a cartoon character cannot regenerate a lost limb. That I don't think that's ever been really shown.
Lizards can, though.
True. Takes a while.
True. But
Well, I mean, I'm not rushing them.
but I am attached to the tail. It's like
It's like it's part of your body.
yeah, like when Flicker gets hurt, it's an entire body. He's never lost a limb so far, which is a miracle, really.
You got
So then,
That gave me a funny mental image that I had to share just really quick.
Sure, of course.
I mentally imagined, because we're talking about like regrowing lost limbs that lizards can do. How do you tell the difference between how do you find all the lizard folk hiding in a room full of dragonborns?
Mm-hmm.
Just scare them all and wait for the something or listen for the thumps. Dropped tails.
Yeah.
That,
It's
I mean,
a bad
depends.
joke that was not
That's
well
racist.
worded, but it just the mental image was silly.
it depends. It depends on the kind of lizard folk. If we're
Sprig.
going with the subspecies,
It
route.
actually started with my mental image that popped in my head was actually just me and Jade both getting jump scared.
I don't know. It feels racist to me somehow. This
That's
the kind of joke that that starts with looking around the room to see who's there. You know.
It's like telling the long face joke in a room full of horse people.
Exactly. Anyways.
And then
So
there's
then-
gonna be that. And then there's gonna be that one guy in the room that like laughs super hard at it, regardless.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
What doing?
Okay, so waiters, rope, float, provisions. Genuinely trying to think of like what else.
Let's see. What? I don't know much about swamps actually. So.
Oh yeah, absolute. I don't think if you have scaled, you have to worry about mosquitoes that much. But
Nope.
you guys might want to. I think you guys, the rest of you guys, might want to get salves.
Do we want any cigars in case we get leeches?
I'm sorry, you might have to explain that to me.
It's how you get rid of leeches in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I can just burn them off.
I was gonna say salt works too. They'll
Wait,
unlatch and run.
aren't they a form of slug? Are they a form of slug? that would make sense, honestly.
Something like
Probably
that.
related, but I don't think they're the same family.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but they are. They don't regulate their internal water amount, so that salt works on them. To my understanding,
regardless, anti-mosquito salves and salt for both seasoning and the leeches. Alternatively, I can just burn off the leeches bit by bit, carefully.
Well, for us to travel through the swamp, we're going to need at least a day of gathering materials and preparing the barge. It would be easiest to get the barge into the water if we assemble it near the water.
Yeah.
But that means that we're going to need all of the proper tools for it, and it's trying to decide on whether to make the barge with steel or with wood.
I think we can get away with wood, but
We could, but
steel
wood needs a lot more specialized tools and a lot more time to construct a barge. So I think we're gonna have to just work with a sheet metal boat.
I mean, I'm not against it, but I mean, I think with Soba, she can easily carry it from here to the swamp. This is an assumption. Of course, Flicker would ask her if she would mind.
It's gonna be enormous.
Have you seen Soba? Have you seen Soba?
Have you seen Crabot?
you've got a day's hike across overland first. Steel would be fairly difficult to move, whereas wood can be procured on site.
Yeah, the wood could be procured on site. The thought with steel is just that, it's just sheet metal.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just.
We don't need a ton of, I-beams or anything like that. It's just, a few sheets of metal.
I mean, we could.
Which Crabot could carry pretty easily.
I'm sure we could borrow some of the specialized tools needed.
But it would also take us days to fashion the wood to make a barge.
I mean, when we mentioned barge, my first thought was I know this is more of a raft that I'm thinking of, but I was thinking of more just a raft of cobbled together wood that we just tie together. That was my original
It's a
thought.
raft which will tip and take on water really easily. Us and all of our stuff would get soaked pretty consistently anytime that we're moving.
Well, I mean, who's gonna drive the crab back?
I mean,
that's the
What?
question.
The crab is gonna be on the boat. Because it's what's propelling the boat.
Oh, okay. I think I might have. My brain
if
might
you're
have.
building a boat sturdy enough to be able to carry the crab, then that's an entirely different endeavor. Also, I'll remind you that there's a literal road there that you know about now.
But the road is still waist deep in water.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Why I don't think I registered the crab because I didn't think the crab would come with us.
Especially us needing to travel for multiple days, we're going to need a way to camp at night. Which is going to be really hard in waist deep water.
True though.
I mean, regardless, we have to prepare, and if the entire swamp is that level of deep water, I think we can afford a couple of days to try and fashion something that we can use consistently and it's safe. I think at that point we might as well be making a houseboat. Like, am I wrong? We might as well.
I mean, what Cece has in mind for a like plan is it's just a basic barge, like a flat top barge, and then low walled edge or railing edge, and then probably a like simple frame to throw a canvas tent over. So it's not.
I mean,
like
it's not a bad
super
idea, but it'll.
complicated boat,
I mean,
but it's
I
something
mean,
that's gonna
overall,
take
it's
time
not
to
a.
build.
Overall, I'm not against it. I mean, listen, I don't think we're on a very particular timetable here, so I think we can afford time to build it. That way, we can. That way, it'll be generally safer to, explore the place. Does everyone agree with this plan?
I'm
Yeah.
not seeing why what? I'm not seeing why, like, thinking that taking extra days on construction because it needs specialized, like, tools and stuff is making it work, like, making it better.
No, I'm okay with doing it from the sheet metal. I'm okay with doing it that way. I'm just saying, like, just in general, it taking a couple of days. Sorry.
I'm gonna put a no. You're fine. I'm gonna put a pin in this conversation and say, don't overthink it too hard.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to, we don't need to spend, several hours on this unless you really want to.
You picked the wrong party.
No, fair. I get that, but like,
I am the nerd that builds things to solve my problems.
yeah, but there's other problems that need solving, and I'm excited to get to those. There's more interesting problems.
Listen, I am literally fine with just saying barge big enough out of this material, and it takes X amount of days. So long as we are not on a extreme time crunch, any option is fine. Literally, as far as I'm concerned, my usual problem with this kind of scenario is almost universally time crunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we're not on that, I'm fine with whatever the best solution is, quite frankly.
I am going to say
I
that.
don't put a thing.
Sure.
It's just that.
I'm going to say that I question if you're going to be able to carry a like 3 meter across crab made of steel.
Yeah.
That's my only thought, but like that's fine. That can probably be in the water without too much difficulty. It's also, quite large.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Large crab.
I'm going to.
It's just,
Yeah,
it's functionally like I'm putting in the.
What was that?
It's basically just. I put the in the Discord.
Put in
It's
the-
basically just a
Yeah.
excavator barge.
Yeah, it's not a like impossible thing to imagine, really.
Yeah.
The only time where, well, no, yeah, the only place where I imagine it might be a problem is like specifically when like there's not enough room below it. Oh, kitten is refusing to snuggle.
Tragic.
No, she was
Kitten
snuggling
can.
until I turned on the camera, and then she tried to leave.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yes. So.
But yeah, I think basic like barge like that should be more than doable.
Okay.
Besides that, do we have any other provisions we should probably think of?
I don't think so.
Nothing I can think of.
I'm genuinely trying to think. So we got the anti venom. We got the. Alright.
For the, like, I'm gonna finalize the barge thing of, like, it's a sheet of metal, and then there's a couple of spots that get cut, a couple of folds made, a couple of rivets made, and then cross-braced inside with wooden deck. We have a barge. It's something we can throw together within the day at the edge of the swamp.
Okay.
Instead of, like... And then, for supplies, we obviously need food.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably gonna need canvas, because, like, that's just always useful.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We're gonna need drinking water.
hold on. When you say canvas,
Sailcloth.
can you be?
I'm assuming sailcloth.
Yeah.
Oh, because when I hear canvas, I imagine the painting thing.
Yeah, that...
Oh.
It's canvas is the material that you paint on.
Yep.
Oh.
So canvas stretched over a wooden frame is what they refer to as a painting canvas.
I see. Okay.
So you're on the right track. It's just the, like, specific association of one trade with the same material.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, so we need water, we need food, we need canvas. Those are, like, the really big ones.
Mm-hmm.
The water and food I count under provisions. Yeah. Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna just make a checklist here. I also guess like the salt and of course the anti-mosquito salve would also count towards provisions as well. Yeah, I think we've thought of everything that we possibly can. If we can't buy, I assume we can't buy waiters. Waiter is way too close to waiter.
It really is.
It's too close of a word. But anyway, Flicker is probably gonna make those. He's stitched together enough stuff that they probably won't fall apart due to past experience and being a squire. He's learned how to take care of the clothing and such basic things for the one that he squired for.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna head out then?
Yeah, I think we can. Honestly, I feel like this might be a good point to stop if everybody wants to, like, going to the swamp. Unless everyone wants to, like, do like another half hour or so.
Up to everyone. I mean, there's an event I was going to put in before the swamp, before you get to it proper. When I was expecting to end there, but then again, it is hours o'clock, and I want people to be.
I'm okay with the event if everybody else is.
That is a big.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be. Alright, so you head out?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Jade. I'm good. Sorry. I had to step away for a second. I had my.
No worries. Welcome back. Okay. So, you travel through the outskirts of town. You travel south, and as you are on your way to the wetlands, give me perception checks.
Oh boy, this
Perception.
has gone so well for me so far.
Oh yeah, you've got this, I believe.
It's gone amazing.
Wow.
Let's go, 29.
That is amazing. I got two threes and 2 1s today. Oh, the gods really do be liking me wanting to have fun with me today.
You can't even be mad at it at this point. That's just funny.
No, I'm just blind at this point. Two nat ones of perception checks. I've just been blinded today.
What did you get, Liv?
I got a 29.
Nice.
Nice.
There are Modrons to your west as you are traveling, and in a density that you have never seen before.
When you say density, are we referring to like a whole total war unit of like 100 of them?
I mean, I wouldn't know if war unit is the right word, but yeah, you see first on the outskirts, a couple of the small ones and a couple of the bits floating around, but as you keep on going, if you are able to see through the woods decently, which, let's be honest, Soba absolutely can, there is a significantly larger concentration of them than you've experienced before.
Soba starts like bouncing in her seat. Soba, get those smash bolts. Yes.
Well, now wait, Soba. Let's see if we can maybe get around them in some other way.
They're not in your way, mind you.
Oh,
Soba will smash them on the way back if need be.
They're just kind of in the area.
Yeah. They are in fact over there. Just you're headed this way, and you can tell and you can see that over in that direction the density and concentration of them gets larger, and well, you can't see, unless you actively decide to go and scout that area, you don't know what lies beyond, but there is a concentration of them.
They don't look like they're moving somewhere or anything?
Nope, just milling about.
Interesting. I'd say that's something to save for after the swamp visit. Honestly, this might be a good cutoff point because we can't want to. This does sound like something Magus might be. We should make a choice with Magus.
I just wanted to introduce this.
Yeah, that is a curious thing to suddenly stumble upon.
And lastly, I want to show off this, see if it loads. I warned you.
You're making this just the right sound.
I'm actually really happy with how this turned out.
So, Jade, you're really not gonna like my answer to this, and I'm mad.
Oh no! Oh no!
I am not seeing anything either. I can only see it through your map.
I can see it. I can see it on. I can see nothing on Springstream. I am just now picking the game back up again because now we're off the map. It crashes me. Let's see.
Let's go. I hit the.
It's a really pretty map.
It is. Sprig, I'm streaming it in the Discord. Yeah.
It's very pretty. I'm seeing it on stream, and I am mad that why is this not working for me? What is
Every
up
single
with you?
asset in here is used in other maps that load for Sprig, and like
It
and
doesn't
you.
look for me. It doesn't look for me
Oh,
either.
I don't get
Six-
this. I've been through a multi-year campaign where I've made multiple maps and most of them work for other players. Like, why?
I'm really proud of this. That you can even see the road here.
Yeah, I can see the
It's a
road.
really
I
good
saw
map.
it.
It is a really pretty map.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Too bad we're gonna ignore it.
There's even cicadas. Come on.
I can hear the cicadas.
Yeah, I can hear the cicadas.
At least there's that.
I can't hear anything. I don't have any video, audio. It's just an empty wooden desk.
So tragic.
Can you show the path?
Why this is like, I don't get this. This is like the whole point of playing on tabletop sim. Why isn't it
Yeah.
working?
Yeah.
That's
It's why I
unironically
don't
why.
run on tabletop sim.
That's why I'm not going to run on Tabletop Sim, despite having used it for multiple campaigns and not had any problems.
May want to reconnect a few
Yeah.
times. It doesn't matter, Doublet. This is a consistent problem.
Yeah, I've already checked this with Sprig.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would work with Liv.
We've tried
I was hoping it would work with
everything,
GD.
and it doesn't work.
I
It's-
don't understand why it's not working. Why it's not working with me? Like maybe try sending it to me, then I'll save it and then I'll send it back to you. I don't know.
Want to see the crazy thing?
Yeah.
Loading, sorry.
Oh, and something crashed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, this map mostly works for me.
It's the same assets! Is the assets that work for you on this are the ones that I imported.
I just
And it's all
I don't know.
Steam user content. Like the stuff that works. Just have to clean out all the ones that don't work, which I didn't use because they didn't work. Because I used the one that worked. No.
Like I said, I'm seeing some stuff here that's like the white cubes, but it's like for the most part I can tell what everything is.
And like the parts that worked are the parts that I used. Like,
Yep.
I'm. This is the this. I have been a proponent of Tabletop Simulator for more or less since its inception. If we're being completely honest.
Tabletop sim is a wonderful
3
thing,
years.
but I do
And-
not understand why these basic things aren't working.
And until recently, I hadn't had any real problems with it, other than a couple assets not loading for Sprig. Like by and large, it has worked, and now. Again, it's the same thing. Like the same water effects that are making this work and churn. That's what I use. If you can see it here, there is literally no reason why you shouldn't see it on the other map. It's the exact same asset.
This is so irritating. I would be driven insane by this.
So like, this is
It's,
a thing.
the
Because
reason I
tabletop
don't use
sim,
tabletop sim is just because it's wildly unpredictable.
Yeah, and
like, I love tabletop sim for the simple reason of like it allows you to play board games that online that without it just being a boring 2D thing, but it is just the fact that it's like a little when the map actually works, it
For
is
me,
a
it's
little bit more immersive.
for me, it's an ADHD thing. Roll20 is a static page that my eyes get bored looking at. Whereas if I'm in, if anyone's been watching my stream, which a handful of people are, I suppose, you can see how often I move the camera. That's just an ADHD thing to keep myself visually engaged, to help me focus on the game. Like it's like a visual stim sort of thing, you know.
I travel, look around the map just like I'm doing like right now, all the time. Like it is genuinely helpful to be able to just make your own camera angles.
So like I need another thing that gives me that option because I don't want to run on Roll20. I struggle with it. I genuinely struggle, mentally, like with that. I still do, and I still enjoy the games that I play in Roll20. But like, this is I need something that I can work in 3D with, you know, that I can both create and
Yeah.
wiggle around in.
Also,
Dungeon Full Dive is like a 3D virtual tabletop that's dedicated for that. Tailspire also, but it's awful, and I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I've heard things about that one.
They have no
Tailspire.
plans to include character sheets. To this day, they have no
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
plans
whoa,
to
whoa.
include basic functionality of a virtual tabletop.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I don't mind that as much because, like, I have, you know, I'm used to having, you know, character sheets and notes, so I don't mind not having that sort of functionality. It would be nice, but that's not a deal breaker for me. That's
Yeah,
Clearly.
I mean, I get it, but it does seem like a basic functionality that
Yeah,
should at least.
It's
It
also
should be there.
really hard. It's also really hard to build anything 3D. Because their controls are just terrible, and the assets that they give you for building terrain are terrible.
Honestly,
Switching back to
I'm
mine.
seeing, from what I'm seeing here, like the main thing that Tailspire might be good for is like, and this is a thing I do kind of hate in tabletop sim. It's also a bit of an advantage, but I do just wish that basic terrain, especially nature terrain, would just like you just plopping down the basic ground and like elevations and stuff. I do wish that there was like a simplified way of doing that,
Yeah.
whilst also looking good. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna use this for the entirety of like the next, you know, like the entirety of the next session, which is probably gonna be mostly traversal and, you know, that sort of exploration area. And it's like, heck. Anyways, I just wanted to share it.
Yeah.
also I do have to say, like, I have had like fun assembling tabletop maps a little bit more because I have like a large library of models available, so I can just like put things together like a lot easier than if I had to like look for relatively style fitting top down assets.
Mm-hmm.
Although it depends if I'm using proper 2D or if I'm just using like 3D models with
Yeah.
textures for everything else.
But, well, now we know this doesn't work on Sprigs and makes Liv explode, which is two things that I don't like doing.
I'm just imagining the stock explosion thing with Liv every time we load this map. like she has like one of those cute chibi avatars, and it's just like a missile going, then one missile thing going towards her and explodes her.
Oh god. Oh no, do not explode me, please.
Rip. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, if you were considering a virtual tabletop and you really wanted to do a, like, 3D, specifically a 3D one, Dungeon Full Dive is the best one I know of right now.
I'll look into it.
Its assets are still pretty limited. It's being updated because it's just new, but
Yeah, that's the thing with Tabletop Simulator, is like, on one hand, the assets are very numerous. On the other hand, every time you load in something from Workshop, half the assets are broken. But, like, there's usually enough working assets that you can make something cool like this, except that apparently not.
yeah.
Well, whatever virtual tabletop thing like this is made, you absolutely 100% have to make it so that people can import their ripped models from other games. I'm
Yep,
sorry,
yep.
you just have to. This is not an option. Make it
If you want it to be
fully
useful, it has to be
moddable.
useful.
Make it fully moddable. This is not an option. Like, I'm sorry, but this is just a basic fact. Like, this is the main service that your thing is providing, and I am happy that they provide a good deal of their own assets as a base. You'll never be able to you will never, and I mean never, be able to match up with the amount of stuff that people will port over for your engine.
Absolutely.
You will never ever defeat the
And-
power of a loser in his basement with a subscription to Blender.
Yeah. I mean, also, let's face it. It gives them it essentially gives them access to
Infinite
properties, access to properties, and they can just say, it's mod, it's user generated content.
Yeah.
We're not.
If you want to take it down, go appeal through DMCA.
Which, on average, they will not.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Exactly.
no point in doing.
Yeah, there is the
Agreed.
free trial version for Dungeon Full Dive. They don't have workshop support yet, which kind of stinks. I don't think Tailspire still has workshop support yet either. Actually,
But
it was kind of really telling when you saw the roadmap for Tailspire. When they were first setting up their roadmap for adding modding support, they named it Parasites.
They named it what?
Parasites.
Par-
Mods. They named them
Oh.
Parasites. They changed it later to Symbiotes.
Because they're purists. Got it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
And just using their program is not that good. It has some really useful features that could make it a really, really good tabletop. But the developers seem intent on never being a good virtual tabletop.
Oops. Misclick. I'm just gonna close out of this because this is wrapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Be right back. I gotta put what's left of the monster in the freezer because warm monster is not something you wish to drink.
No.
Be right back.
Yeah, sorry, I have strong opinions about Tailspire because I'm very upset with them. My D&D group backed their Kickstarter for $250.
Mm-hmm.
We never used it.
Ouch.
We had a single testing session where we just opened it up and tried it out, and it's no, there's no support for notes. There's no support for character sheets. It's just you can roll dice, you can have characters, and here's 4 different tile sets to build buildings with.
That's not
That's
enough
it.
tile sets.
That's all that there was. They added more later, but you've only given us a couple of tile sets.
Their cyberpunk tile set is awful. It's only got one building in it, so unless you just want to make the same street, yeah.
And I'm
Right.
back.
I'm gonna wrap stream here.
Okey-doke.
This has been fun, and I hope Magus is able to sort things through, and you're all wonderful and appreciated.
No.
I am excited for you guys to get to the next area because it's cool stuff there. Okay, it's gonna be cool. Okay.
There's cool maps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. I will see you all soon. Although I will have to do one little call out.
Oh.
Just to live saying that that they got something that didn't have any lore attached to it. It's like, you know me better than that, girl. Come on.
Okay, but it was funny to say though.
It was. Then I said that the casting failed before the dice was still in the air.
So, but just randomly just turning into like one of those people who's like those Elder Scrolls players that only pick up books instead of the loot. Like I used to know someone who did that, pick up like every single book in Skyrim and just sit there for like 30 minutes just reading them all as he like, oh, they're bandit attack. All right, hey bandit, there's a book over here. Just wait there for 20 minutes.
Hold on, I have more important things to do.
Yeah. Honestly, I've kind of started like I still collect and read the books, but sometimes there's too many, or like I distinctly remember. And is it Path of Exile?
Well, I'm gonna wrap my stream here. I'll talk to you for a little bit, but thank you all for joining, and I hope you had a wonderful time.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
I do. Oh wait, I don't need to bounce. I gotta go to bed early.
Hey.
Good night.